Let's dive in. Track 12, Mad Woman. This one I do know. Disclaimer, I remember this
Mad
one
Woman,
coming out.
The first time I heard that piano thing you had written, I just felt like it's got these sort of ominous strings underneath it, and I was like, oh, this is female rage. Like, this is a song about female rage. It has to be. Like, I have to figure out how to make this about female rage. And then I was thinking, the most rage-provoking element of being a female is the gaslighting that happens when, you know, for centuries we've been just expected to absorb male behavior silently, right? Silent absorption of whatever any guy decides to do. And oftentimes when we, in our enlightened state and our emboldened state now, respond to bad male behavior or somebody just doing something that was absolutely out of line, and we respond, that response is treated like the offense itself.
Yeah.
You know, there's been
Never with me, though. I've never done that or felt that onward.
situations recently with somebody who's very guilty of this in my life, and it's a person who makes me feel or tries to make me feel like I'm the offender by having any kind of defense to his offenses. It's
that is frustrating.
Oh, I have absolutely no right to respond, or I'm crazy. I have no right to respond, or I'm angry. I have no right to respond, or I'm out of line.
Yeah.
So you providing the musical bed for me to make that point that I've been trying so hard to figure out, how do I say that? How do I say why this feels so bad?
This piano is sweet. Ooh, a little delay on the guitar there.
What did you think I'd say to that? Does a scorpion sting when fighting back? They strike to kill, and you know I will. You know I will. What do you sing on your drive home? Do you see my face in the neighbor's lawn? Does she smile? Or does she mouth you forever? Every time you call me crazy, I get more crazy. What about that? And when you say you seem angry, I get more angry. And there's nothing like a mad woman. What a shame she went mad. No one likes a mad woman. You made her like that. And you'll poke that bear till her claws come out, and you find something to wrap your noose around. And there's nothing like a mad woman.
Mad woman. That interval is nice. People always say that, Taylor Swift's got the one-note melodies. Like I've said that too in the past, but I'm not hearing that in this whole album. I'm hearing correct, beautiful, moving melodies, and by correct, I just mean I like it. It's just a egotistical way to say that. Speaking of ego, I see what she's talking about with the male. I say we tend to, like, hesitantly, but men will, know that they're they're saying something that's in the wrong, and then the woman will sit there silently, and then you're like, oh boy, I'm clearly in the wrong. So let me say something to make her freak out, and then I can point fingers at her. Now, I think that goes both ways a little bit, but I think she's obviously speaking from experience, so maybe it may go both ways, but it might be 90-10. So there's my take on the lyrics. It's not musical, so I'll pat myself on the back for noticing something that's not the melody. Onward. Or the chord progression, rather. We'll get to that. I like the space.
Now I breathe flames each time I talk. My cannon's all firing at your yacht. They say, move on, but you know I won't. And women like hunting witches too, doing your dirtiest work for you.
That line's
it's
good.
obvious that wanting me dead has really brought you two together.
It's like a guy and his new girlfriend are talking crap about the ex. It's like perfect encapsulation of that phenomenon that most of us are probably familiar with.
Every time you call me crazy, getting more crazy. What about
She's
that?
in it on this song, locked in. Look at them eyes.
When you say you seem angry, getting more angry. And there's nothing like a mad woman. What a shame she went mad. No one likes a mad woman. You made her like that. And you poke that bear till your claws come out. And you find something to wrap your noose around. And there's nothing like a man.
Dude, the pitch is money.
Woman, I'm taking my time, cause you took everything from me. Watching you climb over people like me. The master of spin has a couple side flings. Good wives always know. She should be mad, should be scathing like me, but no one likes a man.
Keep sweet. Right? Okay, so this whole melody, everything about the onset, where sometimes she'll do like a like start like that, and then sometimes it's wha, wha. So sometimes it's a soft onset, sometimes it's a glottal onset, but it's like a lot of people have a tendency to one of those things. I tend to hit notes a lot better when I glottal instead of hey. Sometimes it takes me a while, but that's because that's just naturally how I've done it. A lot of singers are good because they stayed in their lane. You know, a lot of people are like, sing all these kinds of things. To be a good singer, you have to do this and this and this and this. To be an effective singer, or a singer who writes or sings the lyrics appropriately, you know, do what you're good at. And I'm in both camps, man. I'm in one foot in like guitar mastery, every genre, every skill, every technique, or just get really good at one thing. You know, there's so many ways to look at both of those camps, and I'm like firmly placed in the middle these days. I've been on either side, mostly in the technique. It's just like a over the top way to think about it. But I like the way she's singing here. The pitch is good. The tone is good. Who cares what they're doing in post? It's just, I've heard people sing before with pitch correction and auto, all that different stuff, whatever it was, and it still sounds bad because they're just not effective at singing. Let's get these chord progression. I haven't been able to pick it up by ear quite yet, so we're gonna listen for that, as well as I got the lyrics on screen, which really helps. Here we go.
What a shame she went by.
I like the lyrics. They make a lot of sense. They make me feel guilty as a guy. I'm like thinking back, like, oof.
Made it like that.
Should really put it in perspective for you if you've been that person before. Another quick pause. One of my favorite moves in all of pianodom is playing a similar thing or the same exact thing, but up an octave. Watch, he's in the middle of the keyboard right here. Let me just... back down. That was just a guess, but we got there. All right, that's a perfect part to hear the chords on. Find the key.